What is God going to be up to this summer? Guys, I know what he's going to be doing, what he's doing every day. He is loving on people and he is changing lives. But what is God going to be doing with us, with Encounter God's Presence Ministry? Heidi and I have been given a lot of prophetic words about EGP growing and expanding. And you know what? We've seen that happen. We've seen, once we started back in 2012 with a camp that was geared towards teenagers, and now it's grown and expanded in different areas where we're doing the encounter nights, and we're doing outreaches, and we're doing leadership retreats, and we're doing these different activities for different ages. A lot of times we'll take teams of servant leaders to do like a combo event. Say we'll go down to an area for a weekend, and maybe that Saturday night we'll do like a youth rally or a night of worship, and then that morning we'll do the main church service. And God is doing some awesome stuff, and we'd love to see him move, and the opportunities Heidi is getting where she's leading worship at main church services. And this weekend she'll be leading at a women's retreat, and I had the opportunity on Easter to speak at a main church event. So we're seeing God broaden the realm of influence with EGP, but we've seen almost like a double portion, if you will, and I know you will, with these prophetic words, as like with last year, we took a group of 40 to a different country. We went on a mission trip to Belize, and it was awesome. So we did that. So we're going to do that again this summer in August. So we're going to have a mission trip in August. But we're going to do a second one, a mission trip to Houston. So there we have 2 mission trips for this summer. And then you know what? Like I said, with the camps, we started back in 2012 with the youth camp. So we've always had one camp, and that was in Waxahachie, Texas. But now God is calling us for a second one. So we're totally excited about that. God is calling us to have 2. So we've had one in Waxahachie, Texas, and now it's been in 1 state, and now we're going to 2 states because we're going to have one in Hobbs, New Mexico. So I don't know what you do when you hear awesome news or whatever. If you want to celebrate with us, take a minute right now and just do a little happy dance or whatever you need to do. That would be great. Look, because in the natural, guys, this is just 2 or 3 months away. So in the natural, it doesn't seem logical that this thing can be pulled off. You know, this should be something that you plan out for a good 12 months and you get everything lined up, you're promoting and telling people about it, you get all this. But you know what? Heidi and I learned, it's been almost 3 years, that we don't need to look at the natural. We don't need to always think, okay, what's logical? Sometimes God is going to speak something to you and you just need to move on it. Because like with us, with Encounter God's Presence Ministry, 3 years ago, we took a step of faith. We live by faith now. This is what we do, Encounter God's Presence Ministry, full time. So we don't know how we're going to pay our bills month to month. So sometimes we get paid with honorarium. Sometimes somebody gives us donation. We're praying that God would put it on people's heart to say, look, I see what God is doing with Encounter God's Presence Ministry, and I want to support that. I want to give a donation. I want to give a monthly donation. So you pray about that and hear God on that. But I want to encourage everybody right now to do what God is calling you to do. So when you hear the Father speaking to you, and you trust him because he's a trustworthy God, and then you begin to put faith to it, you begin to walk it out, take your steps of faith, your leap of faith, your jump of faith, whatever you want to call it. So you hear God, what is God speaking to you? What is he calling you to do? And then trust him. I'm going to trust you, God, and then walk it out by faith. Walk it out regardless of what you see in the natural. You're going to trust God with this. So we encourage you guys to be risk takers. You're only here on this earth for a short period of time. Do not live by fear. Don't live by doubt and what you see only in the natural. Begin to live like God has called you to live. You live by faith. You trust him. You be a risk taker. You fulfill your destiny. So maybe God is calling you guys to be a part of one of our mission trips, or help us out with one of the camps, or be a giver, whatever. But we want you guys to be using your gifts and your talents for God's glory, because that's what it's about, guys. We're here to do the Father's business. That's what Jesus said when he was a 12-year-old, and they said, what are you doing? Didn't you know I'd be about my Father's business? So guys, that's what we gotta be. We gotta be about the Father's business. Love you guys, praying for you guys. Peace out, don't sell out.